welcome you all, and I personally welcome you to this video. We are going to have I on the unknown citizens, and he is the writer, Mr. W.H. Auden, who was admired for his unsurpassed technical virtuosity and ability to write poem in nearly even imaginable verse form. His incorporation for particular culture, current events, and particular speech in his work, and also for the vast range of intellect, which drew drastically from the extraordinary variety of literature, art, and social and political theories and scientific and physical information. He's the man whose writing we are going to have today as the unknown citizens. He have appeared in this earth from 1907 to 1973, and it was a marble monument that was erected by the state. So it is what's it, I think the address also, and we are going to start. Okay, this is the start of poem, The Unknown Citizens, and we are trying to recite for the first time also. Okay, now yeah, I think we are online. He was found by the Bureau of Statistics to be one against whom there was no official complaint. All the reports on his conduct agree that, in the modern sense of an old-fashioned word, he was a saint. For in everything he did, he served the greater community. Except for the war, till the day he retired, he worked in a factory and never got fired, but satisfied his employees, huge motors in corporation. Yet he wasn't a scab, broad in his views for his union reports that he paid his dues, or reports on the union shows that it was sound. And our social psychology workers found that he was popular with his mates, liked the drink. The press was convinced that he bought a paper every day, and that his reactions and to advertisements were normal in every way. Policies taken out in his name proved that he was fully insured, and his wealth card shows he was once in hospital, but he left it cured. Both producers, research, and high-tech living declare he was fully sensible to the advantages of the installment plans and had everything necessary to the modern man: a photograph, a radio, a car, a fridge dryer. Our researchers into public opinions are content that he held the proper opinions for the time of year. When there was peace, he was for peace. When there was war, he went. He was married and added 5 children to the population. Whichever earnest eye was the right number for a parent of his generation. And our teachers reported that he never interfered with their education. Was he free? Was he happy? The question was absurd. Had anything been wrong, we should certainly have heard. This is the unknown citizen poem, and I think he is trying to imagine how a ideal citizens could be based on his country, based on his time, as the lines in here show us that when there was peace, he was for peace, and when there was war, he went. And he was married and added 5 children to the population, which are evidence to say that it was the right number for the parent of his generation. So, if we are here to talk about on this poem, The Unknown Citizens, then for us to understand, here is a lot of things. While reading this poem, we find it a satirical poem also. It it proves to be critic for the modern society's emphasis on conformity, and it is also trying to reduce the individual identity to statistic and social norms. While reading the poem, we got to know that there was a man who, according to the government and social reports, perfectly fulfilled all the roles as expected of a good citizen. But he had no complaints against him, as he served the community. He was a loyal worker. He was also a union member and a consumer, and he have lived a seemingly ideal life by the societal standards. But while reading the poem, and if you will read it, if you will feel it, that you will see how the state and the society judge a person's worth based on the conformity to the bureaucratic measures like employment, consumption, family size. passive acceptance of public opinion rather than on the personal happiness of freedom. And that should be the standard of the society. But the opposite is right. The closing lines question the true nature of the man's existence, and he's asking rhetorically that if he was free or happy, as he diminished such questions, and we'll think it's irrelevant since nothing officially wrong was reported about him. So this work on unknown citizen, it question how individuality and deeper human experience is often overlooked or erased when people are reduced to more data points or statistic in the eye of the state and the society, or in, you say, a bureaucratic way of judging the people. So it is also a satirical poem, and it proves to be a critic to our society also. And when we will read, we will get new things also. And reading the literature of any language, various languages across the world, across the earth, we can say possibly now, but when there will be people over the moon, over the Venus, then they will be reading the poetry of the earth. So the unknown citizen uh, is a very good, and for us have a lots of learning and way forward, as other than society and bureaucratic measures, personal freedom matters too for the citizens. Being a man, being a woman whose life is analyzed entirely through the statistics and reports by the agencies, institutions of the society, uh, living a perfectly conformed life, working reliably for a factory, paying union dues, and being a well-liked, purchased goods regularly, following public opinions, socially accepted family size, serving the community and following societal expectation without complaints. But it is also dehumanization, as there is a loss of individuality. But today's modern bureaucratic structure and corporate societies is making a person, is reducing them into a more only data points, you know. So there is also irony, satire, as the people as these type of people are being criticized by the society because they value conformity over individuality, and these are the official reports that fail to capture the essence of the person's life beyond surface level statistic. So it was let me first again go through by W.H. Auden, The Unknown Citizens. He was found by the Bureau of Statistics to be one against whom there was no official complaint, and all the reports on his conduct agree that in the modern sense of old-fashioned word, he was a saint. He was like a saint. For in everything he did, he served the greater community. Except for the war, till the day he retired, he worked in a factory and never got fired. So the unknown citizen. Here was a no citizen for you. Thank you.